One of the biggest destroyers of your career is procrastination, which means delaying something which you know is important to be done. The facts that are lined up and are staring into your face, and yet you refuse to take the first step towards it. Why? Not because you're not clear about how important these tasks are, but because they look so big. And they are so big that you are overwhelmed and unable to understand where to start from. शुरू कहाँ से करना है, कैसे खत्म होगा ये इतना बड़ा प्रोजेक्ट? और क्योंकि वो इतना बड़ा दिख रहा है हमें, इसलिए हम शुरुआत ही नहीं करते. We don't make a start in that direction. We forever procrastinate. And once again, let me say, it is the biggest destroyer of your career. Which means we've got to learn and implement ways to stop procrastination. And I'm going to make it very simple for you as long as you're committed to follow the 3 steps that I'm about to share. Step number 1, break it down. Whatever is this big task, see if you can break it into smaller pieces, baby steps. And as you think about how small these steps can be, comes in the second point, which is to write it down. Break it down and write it down. Don't just imagine in your head, but write down what these small steps are going to look like, which will finally add up and take you towards completing this big task, which was forever so big for you. For example, if you have always wanted to write a book and you know that it's going to add a lot of credibility to your career, see what is that book going to look like? What is the topic that you want to write on? How many words are you imagining? How many chapters are you imagining? What is that final product which is as big as it appears to be? And then decide how many hours in a day can you spend on writing the book? How many words can you start with? Can you start with 1 sentence today? Because trust me, with that 1 sentence, you will find the flow and the energy to add another one to it and another one. And before you know, you'll be chapters down the road. And that's how anything gets completed. You need to break it down into a very, very simple baby step. And you need to write down what these baby steps are going to be. What are some of the milestones is what you're writing down that will help you to understand that you're on track and will get you towards the finish line. And then comes the third important step. And that is to add celebration in this entire ordeal, which looks like an ordeal. Make sure that when you have achieved a substantial level of progress, you stop and pat your back and then take the next step forward. This intrinsic motivation is a very important part of the process. And once that becomes a habit, you don't need to look around for any support or anyone acknowledging and recognizing your efforts. It is you watching yourself very closely. And trust me, nothing matters more than that. So whatever is this something that you have been procrastinating about, let us bring an end to that by taking one tiny baby step towards it today.